What?
Oh man, we gotta put you a catch point here.
Yeah. Why? It's already got one.
I mean, I really wanted to do, and we may do, I want to make this mat the actual catch board. Like I want to engrave it. Like do it like a partnership with Duke. We've talked about it.
Yeah.
But
Cheetah's gonna peel it up.
it's true. That's true.
Hey folks, I'm here with Scott at his house in Carrollton, Georgia. And we got the brand new Crescent Shoalie here. And this one's mine. This one, I tested out and already put the 16 by 16 black pack on there. Got my kayak cushion on there and a couple lock and load bases. We're gonna do more. Actually, I'll do more stuff once I'm home, including putting the Torpedo. Is something OCD bothering you? Like, is that? Like
No, but did you?
Did that.
Look at this. It's the first Crescent
With a high-low.
I mean, I'm stoked on that. I love it.
You understand I'm gonna have it low.
You are.
Most of the time.
Which is crazy to me. I think that's just because you're like 7'11", 7'13", like somewhere in there.
I'm 6'4".
7'13", same thing. Tomato. But like, for some of us guys that don't have that, being able to get up and get a little bit better height on the fish, plus all the storage.
Yeah, that is
under the
cool.
seat.
This has to be. I got to incorporate a way to utilize. I've gotten so good with the black pack, and then I got one other thing in the back there. The Sidekick from Lakewood. This thing actually fits pretty nicely. I got enough room here that it fits right there, so I'll be happy with that. But before I get it home, I don't know, like a week or
week to go play
in a little bit. Yeah, I want to paddle it. I want to flip it. We're gonna flip it. I gotta learn that point of no return. I've been preaching it in
I haven't seen one flipped yet, so I'm interested to see too.
Well, I'm gonna try to lean it as far on an edge as I possibly can
100%.
And save it with maybe a sculling draw or I don't know, a brace. We're gonna play with it, and we're gonna have some swim practice today, and then we're gonna go catch the first fish in this boat. So
slime it, baby.
But we're gonna get on the road, get to where we're going, and then once we get this off the trailer, let's just do about astern of the features.
Absolutely, we should.
And then we're gonna play.
Let's do it. I like it.
All right, about astern. Ready, set,
Action.
go.
What up, guys? So on the bow of the Shoalie right here, you guys will see a handle, unlike most other handles in the kayak fishing industry.
So it's track on the bottom.
It's track.
And you got these attachment. They're like the tie down straps from Yak Attack.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And then you got this strap all the way around.
Correct. That's literally a cam strap. So like if you're picking up here, you're picking up heavy, and you want a little bit lower, you can literally give yourself a little bit more line, a little bit more strap, so to speak, and be able to pick this thing up.
Oh.
And what Drew loves about it, and what it's kind of helped design for, is you can give yourself a whole lot of strap, like we're fixing to see now when we're going to port it down here to the water. You can pull this all the way out and throw this over your shoulder, or Rambo style it, to be able to get yourself in, to drag it back behind you to get down to the water. To pull in, pull out. If you're going a good distance,
right,
you know, in the grass or through the woods or whatever it is you got to get to, bam, you can do it. So something that I haven't really seen done. And the other thing I like about it, the thing that I was worried about, that tractor gonna get you?
No.
Okay.
No, we got other boats getting ready to launch.
Yeah, other boats getting ready to launch. That's the kind of spot we're in today. The one thing that I like about it, because I was worried about this, because treble hooks, right up here on the front bow of your boat.
Yeah.
So the one thing I do like is you can take this thing completely off when you get to the water, throw it in your front hatch,
right,
or use it as a stand assist, which we'll get to in a minute. But then you can throw a GoPro up here, a bullwinkle. You can throw, I mean, you know, it's a track, so you can throw whatever you want to up here. Nice. So that I really do like a lot, and this is going to be a really good stand assist strap for people that need that up there. Front hatch, absolutely love front hatch. Paddle park, it's kind of a different paddle park than what we see a lot. It's really recessed, so that way it's not in here, you know, so you're not catching a lot of hooks and stuff when you're not using it. But the material itself has got enough rigidity to be able to kind of bring that up to where you can really get a paddle park underneath there really easy. And this is made by the same guys that you guys in the boat world know. Rod Saver is building that there. Yeah, bam. rod saver, made in the USA. Great company, great product, family owned business. Up in the front hatch here, all of Jeff's paperwork. Hey, there's all that stuff that we needed the other day, Nate.
Is there a manufacturer's statement of origin in that?
There is manufacturer. Yep. You're going to need that for the Torqeedo, absolutely. What I love about this is this basin here was actually, we decided to leave it in here instead of cutting it out. But this entire basin can be cut out. We've seen them cut out, but obviously so new to the market, not yet deep enough for a battery here. But you do have kind of a two-level, two-tier system. You can cut out just the bottom or just the top here and be able to get access in there as well.
This is cool.
Yeah, 2 internal rod storage access points, and there's you'll see here molded in. There's a spot to cut out a third one. So if you wanted to drop 3 rods in there for transportation or whatever, or getting down into your spot, you definitely could.
Let me stop. I want to put rods in there. So here's a 7-footer. This is a St. Croix
7-footer right here. If you're looking for like real, if you're looking for professionalism behind the camera, that's not me.
I'm not 7. Look,
I mean, you're 7'13" all day.
6.
Just Tarzan looking beast. You go.
All right.
Send
so
it.
The application that I see with this is, and I've been there where I've been out, on a river. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, so that's a 7-foot rod that's in there. I've been out on a river when it came up, and the only place you're catching them is on the bank. And when you have rods, even with these rods that are sticking back, you want to get everything tucked in, and you go with one rod because you're fishing basically up in the woods, and you're vertical jigging with a big old mop jig or whatever it is. You got to go to getting these rods under, and that worked out.
I like it.
It's cool.
I like it.
All right, what's next that you're showing? I'm grabbing the camera back.
What's next that we're showing? I'm gonna close that up there. A couple of just easy compression. This is sealed inside here. There is a gasket to kind of for some decent compression.
Yep.
And so you get some easy, some real easy compression there. We're kind of calling this the cubby, kind of whatever it is you want to be. It'll hold some tackle boxes, but I think a lot of people are going to end up doing a fish finder mount here.
Yep.
In some type of complexity. Phone holder will go here. Easy kind of snap in, easy for quick selfies, for live streaming, for talking, for whatever. But what I'm going to run it with is I'm going to run the Yak Attack pass through right through here, and to go into my battery in my front hatch.
Gotcha.
So for my fish finder and stuff like that, as well is probably what I will be doing there. And one of the things I haven't seen done yet, but I want to do is I want to figure out, like, there's some ways to mount track. Like, we left spots, like that's what this ditch here is for, to run some of that aluminum track. You can track here, and so there's going to be, I'm excited as a rigger in this space to kind of figure out some spots that go there and figure out how it is that we want to do that. So okay. I think it's going to be cool.
Talk to me about this.
So stainless steel tie down leash point. Just a good spot to be able to, to simple things. If you're just going to throw your phone there and tether that, like, that's easy. Yeah. But also, if you take that front strap off, run into here, this is gone. I mean, this is gone. Is into that's a stand assist, but it's very, very low, and it's a great center of gravity. I think you're going to be able to put. I think people are going to get real creative with what they kind of use for that space there, and to be all stainless steel, which is 90% of this. So you'll see the notch cut out here on the side of the boat. This is one of the things that shocked me and how much I actually decided, because I've never moved these on a boat before. It's always just been north or south, not east and west. I've been shocked being in this boat how much I've turned this and am able to use it for a rod or for a paddle or for whatever as another little point when I'm not using it out here. And so just a cool little spot that that just something that I didn't think of, and I was kind of floored when Drew kind of threw it down on paper. It was like, this is what we need to be doing here, and now I fully agree with him.
Right.
2 cup holders both sides. What I like about the way this cup holder is designed is that you've got plenty of drainage off coming out of it as well. So because a lot of times my bait, my extra soft plastics, my parts and pieces go down in here. But this is also the recess for the anchor wizard.
Right. So you could get one here to run up front, and then one here to run to the back.
Rear. Absolutely. And back here you already got your stainless steel pad eyes that run down the back side of the boat, straight into your drag chains, which is the drag chain in the ditch, which we will get to. Something again, we haven't seen done in a platform before. So I like it a lot.
Cool.
So you get in here to your big stainless steel cam buckle here, and just some very, very, very tough webbing. All American made products here, something we're super, super proud of. But the first ever high-low seat from Crescent Kayaks. And so you can go up in the high position, which I love a lot. We know Jeff doesn't, and Jeff will go back down to the low, but it gives you plenty of access down inside there. You've got what we're calling your plano stop, so you can run some plano boxes underneath here, and they're not gonna shift over to the other side.
Gotcha.
and stuff like that. Zip tie, this will even fit a 3700 plano, excuse me, not zip tie, rubber bungee, to where you can tie that in there.
Yep.
And put your, put your planos and stuff in there. So that works really, really well. Put it down, when you're ready to get back and go. It's a one cam strap. I think this is a phenomenal system for plenty of security. Yep.
Here.
Yep.
So it just goes over the seat frame.
Correct. Front and back, right in the right front and rear. So and again, that same kind of stainless steel pad eye that's all throughout the boat is a downforce in the back side of the boat. We're in your tank well. So got your reimagined tacos. They're just a little bit shorter here on this, so that way if you're throwing in your rods back here, your net back here, even paddles clamped in here, if you're running torpedo like I will be doing a good bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab 2 more rods, and we're just gonna show, I have the 16 by 16 black pack here, and I have the the tether tube here, and then this was next to it. I'm gonna put 2 rods in there just to kind of look at it and see how that comes together. So a couple rods here. This guy, I've not used these in that manner. I guess we just do that.
Yep, go in just like that.
Okay, and then let me grab another one here. And it's, I very much agree with with the idea of rods that are facing back, because this is less likely, if you're going underneath branches, this is, at the worst, it's gonna go and push it down, and you're gonna keep going. Whereas if it's up like this, at the worst, the branch is gonna go in and say, I'll take that St. Croix off your hands. So I like it. I like the, just rods pointed back. This is also, the right angle for to drag stuff in. But this is really low here. That's cool. I like it.
So rear tank well, this is the first time that Jeff's the first one that I know of that put the 16 by 16 Yak Attack black pack, the new black pack, back there, and I tell you what, it does fit and it works really well. We were having that conversation. I think for me in this boat, I may run the 13 by 13 just because this is going to be, for me, this is going to be a smaller grab and go type of boat. Just y'all all know how I feel about the crew, and so this is the 16 by 16 is going to be my everything in the kitchen sink pack. And so I think with my boat, I think I'll be a 13 by 13 guy in here, but we'll see. That's yet to be determined. Cam straps in the rear instead of your traditional bungees. Something that has really, really grown on me is that system there, the way that we tied those in, and you got downforce in the back of both sides of the boat. So I really became a big fan of these mini, as we're calling them, cute little cam straps that seem to work really well back here. Internal access here. We do have a dry bag that goes down into this hatch as well. That we sell. This is the same hatch you guys have seen on the ultralight, but kind of redone a little bit better and works really well. And then you've got internal access for Jeff to get in and start rigging, because y'all know that's what this man's gonna do.
Yeah. So I can reach this little.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I can get tools in there and get my hardware.
Yep.
Awesome.
On the one that Nate's got, it's already been drilled out, and it's got a power pole already set in on the back of it, where we've drilled it out and set it up for that.
Nice. So now it's time for swim practice.
Swim practice?
Yes, sir.
Let's get wet.
Yeah.
Because it's warm out here right now.
It is warm.
Well, it's Georgia. It's May, almost June. It's warm. Yeah. This water is looking good. I don't see any gators. I think if we find a gator, we're going to send Nate on them. And other than that, we're going to be good.
Do you ever have gators in here?
I'm not going to tell Nate no. I'm going to let Nate be scared. Yeah. There's Nate size eating gators in here, yes.
Okay.
You should have no problem, Tarzan.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see what the tipping point of this boat is, which is an important thing to do. Anytime you get a a new boat, you want to take it out there and just...
There's a feature. Right
all right, we'll go back. You want to flip boats so you know that point of no return, so you know where you're hitting it sideways when you're in the water to get back up in there. And
I mean, how cool is that? It's just gonna live there. You don't have to move it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, that's where it lives.
Yeah.
I love it.
That is cool.
I love it.
What do you think, Drew? Doesn't count, does it? Too easy, right? Let's try it. Alright, so the first thing I want to check is the maneuverability, and I'm just doing a series of sweep strokes and reverse sweeps, and it's for sure that maneuverable riverboat that you would hope it would be. The next thing, I'm going to just try getting a little bit of speed going and see what kind of speed. Before I even do that, I want to address stability. A lot of people will get in this boat and feel that you can lean it, and the stability that this boat has, which is appropriate for a riverboat or anywhere you're going to deal with whitewater or even bigger waves that may be breaking. It has secondary stability, but more appropriately, it gives the paddler the ability to use their secondary stability, which is a skill set that you really learn by learning the point of no return and doing things like the brace. We'll get more into that in a second, but let me just get some speed going, and then we're going to come back and intentionally flip it. So, getting comfortable with this boat on its edge is important because it gives you that stability. The primary stability of a lot of boats they're surfboard shaped. They're like big rectangles. That gives you primary stability. And when you go to lean on it, it says no, you're gonna stay like this. It's gonna match whatever the water surface is. You know, the water surface is flat, you're gonna stay where you feel really secure, where it doesn't want to tip. If the water gets steep, like offshore with big waves, you're gonna be steep along with it with a boat that has primary stability. This boat has good secondary stability, which the uneducated paddler or consumer would say, it feels tippy. Well, I feel that you haven't done what I'm getting ready to show you, which is to really learn stability by flipping it. Every time I get a new boat, I do this. I lean, and I may get ready with a brace. The brace is really one way that you can, and you can do it this way. You can also, in a weird sort of way, brace with a draw stroke side to side. So I have that almost on its rail, and I pulled out of it, just drawing it in all at once. So if you feel comfortable doing this, you're always going to have that stability in that steeper water, in that white water. And when you feel like, oh, I'm about to go, you're going in a hurry. And what that does is it takes the boat and it says whoosh, and it pulls it underneath basically your head and your shoulders. So the other thing that edging a boat does, where you lean it, it takes the length of wetted surface and it shortens it so that you can have an easier job turning the boat. If I lean into it, you lean into a sweep stroke, it seems counterintuitive, but if we flip this boat over, and we'll do it in a second, right in the middle, the part that's wet is going to be this long, right? When I lean it like this, the wetted part shrinks to this long. So the shorter boat is going to be more maneuverable. So you lean it, and it becomes not a almost 12-foot boat, it becomes a, probably 10 foot 9 inches. All right, so anytime you get a new boat, and this one's new to me, the Crescent Shoalie, it's important to learn the point of no return. And I've been playing around with this a little bit and doing a little bit of light bracing. And the brace really is just you punching down that brings the boat up underneath you. But you do want to actually feel the point of no return. And I'm leaning further and further. This boat has great secondary stability. It gets right up to the rail, and I think the point of no return is the rail itself. So let me go beyond that. And then you get to practice reboarding, which in this boat, unlike boats with a lot of primary stability, you can get over pretty good yourself. Then it's just a matter of bring yourself up to it, grab something on the far side, and just kick. And so you get your butt over it, and you're back in. So practicing and feeling that point which it went over is so critical. You got to do it. The next boat you get, you have to do this. This is how you learn and earn stability. You don't buy it by buying this kayak or that one. Learn it and earn it. More than once. Almost saved it. But pushing it to the edge of where you almost save it. So that process of tipping it in both sides, practicing a brace occasionally, is and taking it to failure is really something that's going to teach you the stability in a way that when you get out there in really rough water and the wind comes up, even if you're on a lake like this, the wind gets up and it's breaking waves, your hips and your muscle memory that you teach your brain is going to be there in an instant to enact the secondary stability that's inherent with this boat design. Alright, we've done our swim practice for the day. It's time to get out here and hopefully catch some fish. What are you tying on?
Probably a wacky.
Wacky rib, wacky.
On one of mine. The old wacky, baby. Looks like somebody had a little John boat over there.
Yeah, it's getting it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna
or so.
pick up where I left off with the mag fatties.
Up in there and a tail end down there. And then that's kind of the end. And then the further we work our way around this bank all the way up, I mean, you go all the way to the river.
So Scott just called me over. Obviously, I don't have my Torquedo on this one yet. That'll be next week, but he calls over and says, hey Jeff, let's Torquedo taxi over to the creek. So you're gonna take all three of us, right?
Yep.
All right.
I already got one of you on. Bring me your valve, we can use that cam strap. Look at there. You're still recording?
I am still recording.
The one thing I will tell you that we just learned is watch that big metal plate back there. It'll scratch the side of your boat.
Yeah, you want to hold on to it because it bit into the front end.
Yeah, it's a little.
I'll do it.
Big aluminum
Little
plate
aggressive.
sticking out. Definitely aggressive.
It's like a beaver.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me about beaver. All right. Here's my first one. Little guy on the mag fatties, skipped up underneath the bush. All right, there, slimed up. Oh. Skipping into bushes. He's getting it done for these little guys. So I'm following Scott up into this little creek. Oh, that looks good right there. He went up around the bend. I think there's one in this little cut. There you go. Yeah, I'm right. Little guy. I think the big ones.
Yeah, you should go make it. I put rods down. You should go make it through there. With a much bigger boat and a big old motor sticking out the back.
I still think I'm gonna drag it. It's easier than getting through there.
Yeah.
That's a good fish. Got an adult. No, I'm good. That was worth coming back in here for. Skipped it, popped it once, and he was on it. All right. All right, I'm gonna measure him on this thing just because it's there. Real informal, quick measurement, but that one's 18 1/4. I'm happy to catch that guy. Scout's right there. I'm gonna get a picture real quick and let this guy loose. I've already made it through, but there's a beaver dam up there that Scott is in the process of clearing. I've cleared it after being attacked on my ankles from fire ants. They're still getting me. Ow. Yeah, I stood right on the mound of fire ants. That was not fun.
Oh yeah. Everybody's like, oh, I don't want to cruise, too big a boat. This boat will go everywhere, I tell you. I love this rig. I get it. We're supposed to be here promoting the Shoalie Crescent crew. This thing's a beast. I love it. It's my favorite boat ever. Somebody builds a better boat than this, you'll see me in that boat. But until then, this is the best boat for me. This thing's a tank. Alright. See if I can see.
Bonus points for being graceful here.
Yeah, grace is probably not going to be. I'm more or less worried about grace as I am getting mud in the bottom of the boat on my reels. Oh, here we go. One leg up. Let's see if all that CrossFit's working, Jeff. Oh yeah. Other leg up. Mud off the crock. Mud in the seat. Look at that. That, ladies and gentlemen, I call grace.
Fire ants suck.
Yeah, fire ants are terrible. They hurt too.
Well, they had good reason. I stood on their house.
Yeah, I probably bite it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but they hurt for like, you know, a couple hours afterwards.
Ah.
Yeah.
Look at these. Yeah, you're going in for the bite, aren't you? You'd think that being underwater would slow them down. Nope, not so much.
Big old rock in my shoe. An acorn and some twigs.
Yeah, I'd take that over these.
Yeah, no, I
little
went. You went first.
demons.
You found the fire ant bed. I didn't have to go through that.
Oh.
Good job, Jeff. Taking one for the team.
Yeah, it's you know what it's like? It's like me, you know, always being the kid that runs through the woods first and catches all the spider webs.
That's exactly what it is. Oh. Just like, hey, there's a beaver dam. Like, send it. Yeah.
All right, good times. Let's go find some fish. Oh, hello, skinny fishy. Get in. Another one of that size. That's a snag. So I've got the seat all the way back. I'm kind of leaning. The top part of my PFD is pushing on the black pack, but the way this seat is hitting me in the lumbar, even reclined like this, and I'm relaxing a little bit. It's just the perfect spot. Like lumbar wise, you couldn't have that curvature of the seat rest hit you more perfect. And as the first thing I did is I put the kayak cushion on this, and that combination, this is really comfortable.
Torpedo taxi on the way.
Coming in.
Coming in hot.
Oh God, it's like catching a train.
Oh, we got you. Boom, look at that.
All right.
And we're off.
So, do you know anything about entomology?
I don't even know what entomology is. That's a big word, Jeff. I'm not real bright. Haven't we discussed this?
I think
Do you know what entomology is? Because I don't.
It's bugs, man.
Bugs.
So, you know how like...
Oh, we're still talking about, we still talking about your ant bites? Are you being so sensitive about your ant bites right now?
Bees. Bees have like the queen bee.
Yes.
And then they got like the worker bees.
Correct.
And then like the warrior bees. It's the same thing with ants.
They got a king ant or queen ant?
No, I think they got a queen ant.
Did the queen ant get you?
No. But did you know that they have the sleeper cell ant?
The sleeper cell ant.
Which got me a second. It's been 40 minutes since I stepped on their house.
It's been like 55 minutes.
I had one that crawled up my leg, nestled quietly while his friends were being murdered.
And
just hung out. Just said, okay. And now it's time. Damn you, human! And he bit me. And I'm just like,
He just
why
hanging out,
are you waiting?
He was just waiting.
Yeah. Biding
Waiting
his
until you were
time.
unexpecting it. Waiting until you were not expecting it, and then attack mode happened.
It hurts.
Well, you
Then
killed his friends.
He locked down with his like venom-soaked face pinchers.
Venom-soaked face pinchers. Copyright that.
That's not a.
That's an entomology.
No,
That is entomology. Venom-soaked face pinchers. I heard that in college. I didn't go to college, but if I had, I feel like I'd have taken that venom-soaked.
Venom-soaked face pinchers.
That seems like I would sign up for that class. Would you not? Absolutely. Yeah. You know, it's hard to carry the name Tarzan if you keep whining about ant bites. Just saying.
Stupid ants.
Stupid ants.
All right, that was a fun 5 hours on the water. First
was.
5 hours with the Shoalie.
Well, the first 3 hours and 45 minutes, because the last hour and 50 minutes you did nothing but complain about the ant bites.
That's true.
But other than
caught
that,
some
it was
fish.
a great 5 hours.
It was a great 5 hours. I can't wait to get in it. I'm actually gonna. You're gonna go do CrossFit stuff tomorrow.
In like 6 hours, I've got Murph.
I'm gonna go to the hardware store and try to find a retractable anchor spool because I didn't bring stuff to rig it because I'm like.
And you're gonna rig. You're ready.
I'm gonna rig some stuff, but I wanted to come back to this, which we talked about on the podcast. What was the name of the podcast?
Saturday night. It's Kayaks, Kayak, beer. No. Beers, oh man. It put me on the spot. It put me on the spot. It's Kayaks, beers, and bass beers, kayak. I don't know. We're going to have to, yeah.
We talked about
Yes, we did.
Here, you grab the camera. So, in summary, boats that have primary stability that are just really wide like that, they give you a false sense of security, and they are hard to tip. But when they do tip, then it's very difficult to get it back over. Boats like the Shoalie, which has great secondary stability, they're really gonna, this acorn shape is really gonna save you in that it's gonna force you to learn things like how to do a brace or how to do a sculling draw, things that are paddling skills that you're gonna develop, and you're gonna learn that point of no return by flipping. So there's a lot of value in having a boat that feels tippy. Learn how to paddle it, learn your stability, earn the stability, and then you truly are stable in whatever kayak you get in.